Hey, everyone. Welcome to a fantastic game of Paleo Mythic, a game of stone and sorcery. I am with my two cavemans over here. Say hi, my cavemans.
Hi, my
Ooga
cavemans.
booga!
Okay.
Ooga bunga taka tonga!
Ooga booga! Did I scare you?
Before we
Sorry.
last left off, the world has witnessed a changing event, a solar eclipse, and it ended when Seth's character decided to throw a bag of burning sulfur into the air, which, well, Void's character was able to see the spirit of the flaming fox spirit to basically aid it and cause an explosion.
Or at least what looked like an explosion.
Yeah, well, it looked like an explosion, causing the eclipse to go away. Well, that's what you guys think.
All of a sudden, Seth's character, Rack, I think, he became the man of the hour for a brief moment until the eldest, um,
Told him to get his ass moving.
no, not the
Yep.
no, that's the elder. The
So,
eldest, the elder prophet, the elder
oh yeah, the
seer,
Elder's Elder.
and the elder started having a seizure as he himself in the past foresaw something like this would happen. The moon would eclipse, and then the lizard people will show up again.
Yep.
Now we're making a plan to kill everything.
Yep.
So, we're following Rack's crazy idea to use an old formula he discovered a long time ago to attempt to make a weapon to use against him.
And this weapon is going to be Stone Age gunpowder.
Stone Age
That's something.
gun.
Yeah, that's something you never think to ever say at all. But this is why I kind of love role playing because you could do shit like this.
Because Rack's brain. Though, what if the lizard man planted the idea for Rack to find?
Maybe.
To see if humanity is worthy of keeping its life.
You do make a good point, man.
Because if Rack is able to come
Oh,
up with this on the come up with this with just several brain-inducing headaches,
For those who don't know, Seth's character is actually a mystic.
I'm not a
Well,
mystic.
oh,
oh
I'm a
wait, no, that's
mystic.
Void's
I'm a
character.
specialty crafter.
Yeah, I apologize. No, yeah, Seth's
That's
character is a
also a
specialty
hunter.
character.
Yeah, he went from outcast to like the tribe's best man real quick.
Yep.
Okay. Rack is Rack is double checking, make sure he has everything he needs for the trip.
You have days worth of dry foods
No,
and
not that. He's going to need pot. He's going to need a pot, a shovel, and water to soak the poo in.
Yes.
well, carrying water is not as easy as you think in like long distance, but rivers are nearby, so you're good on that.
Okay, because what Rack is going to be needing to. So, while we're going to get the poo, another party's going to go get sulfur, correct?
That's
Yep.
yeah.
Okay, so we could just soak it. We could prep the stuff on site. We're gonna have to let the poo soak in the water for a bit, and then we're gonna have to filter it.
Your chief, Seth, he just comes up and just hands you the pot and it tells you good luck.
I will. As he, as Rack is ready to march on. Sling ready, knife in the other hand, pot on back, or at least hanging for bag. And Leshy, did you grab a shovel?
You see Leslie just petting Stoat, his one-eyed wolf. He turns to look at Rack. Don't worry, I have one. I says as
I
he pulls
hope you
it
don't
out.
mind getting covered in poo. It's gonna
You,
get
you do
gross.
you do realize that I normally bury this stuff every time he. Stoat, no.
Your dog tries to chase a squirrel.
No.
A
Stop
saber-toothed
talking.
squirrel.
Well, onwards to adventure.
Stop, get the fuck back here.
Mm. And you guys start walking. Three other members start following you, basically to be like protection, muscle, and in case extra things are needed.
Okay. What we're gonna need to do is keep quiet when we get there. No loud noises and no sudden movements.
Just a little bit of downtime because it does take you like 3 days to get to the cave. Well, the bat caves. Well, technically, from what your downtime, sorry, for what your people specifically call it, Void. Your people know this like cave that your guys are going to as well. This the cave of darkness. Your people believe that bats are the bringer of darkness, the bringers of night. They're not evil, nor are they good. They're just not malevolent, but they're just
They're just kind of there. They don't.
Doing their
They're
job.
not malevolent. They're not benevolent. They're just doing their job, and they just don't give a crap.
yep.
Quite literally.
So, so
That
it's
sounds
literally
funny.
kind of a bad idea to kill them, not knowing that if you kill them, they could not bring the night.
Right.
So it's kind of like one of those your people just don't fully know what they are yet, but you guys are aware of their presence. While everyone else, like you, Seth, are just like, holy shit, there's just this big bat cave.
Yeah. Leshy like walks up to Seth, saw the
Rack.
rack, and was like, "Careful. That's the cave of darkness."
It Batcave. Rack know
Not
what to
just
do inside Batcaves.
no. It's
Don't make bats angry, they don't attack.
yeah. We don't know what they're gonna do. They might as well just bring up a 24-hour night, a day's worth of nighttime.
Don't worry, we're not going to disturb them.
Okay. Okay.
Right,
Just
guys? Rack. Okay, Rack slowly lights his lantern, but keeps it mostly covered. Like just only enough light so he can see forwards, but not enough to shine around the entire cave.
Well, torches are pretty much that all like that because there's no like lanterns or stuff like that. It's
He
all
has a
torch.
lamp. It's in my goods. We started with it.
Right, right, right.
So ramp fashions like I guess I want to say Rack makes a makeshift hood on it. That way, light can only come out one way.
Congratulations, you made a flaming flashlight,
oh, you mean
but it's not the best.
right?
Everyone looks around you and is like, wouldn't it be brighter to take the lid off?
Rack then points up above at where roughly the bats would be.
Oh, I didn't say we were at the caves yet.
Yeah.
This is so we don't disturb them.
Yeah. The bats.
Yeah,
Because
like
Rack
as
don't
I
want to
said,
be cut up by bats again.
Ugh.
Rack learned lesson from last time.
no, yeah, but here's actually what happens. Because like I said, there's a bit of downtime, but like I said, it takes you guys 3 days to get to the cave, and when you get there, it is a terrifying entryway. It basically almost looks like the mouth of the world. Stalactites and stalagmites both like give it the shape of teeth, as if a giant, like I said, as if the world just opened a mouth and was waiting for something to come in and just to eat.
Rack looks at it. He is ignorant, but he is brave. So he probably doesn't really feel all that scared by this.
The other two members are like two members the two out of the three other members that were with you guys are just like we're gonna sit out here.
Good idea. Did we bring a rope?
The one that's coming with you guys into the cave is like, yep.
Rack is going to need you to tie that to around Rack's waist. You are to pull Rack out if he pulls twice on it. 2 hard pulls.
One more time. Like,
You tie rope around Rack's waist. When Rack pulls on it hard 3 times, you pull Rack out.
Didn't you say twice?
Twice could be easily done by accident. 3 times should be sure.
Thank you for your attendance. Thank you again to all of the
rule of 3.
people, to
Interesting.
to CC Broadnex for coming.
The other 2 members are like
Media,
now thinking about it. Rule of 3.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Seth now just created the rule of 3, people. Congratulations.
Yay.
But
Rack's
yeah, what happened?
Rack's brain thinks in weird ways.
I mean, that's how most geniuses are. Anyway, what goes on is everyone, well, Void, you, Seth, and the third guy that's coming in with you guys, when you go inside, it's just a steep step. And after a little bit, it literally becomes steps. As if it was carved into the cave.
As Rack is using his makeshift flame flashlight to control the light to illuminate the steps so no one falls or makes a loud noise.
You illuminate the steps. Here's my book. Can you roll a d6 for me?
I'll roll
I
D-
can't remember. Is high or low good?
Oh, yeah, him.
Okay, high is good. Low is
Oh.
good for Toon.
What?
High is good for Toon. Low is... I mean, high is good for this game. Low is good for Toon. I
So,
apologize.
is there any other things I need to do?
Just roll, because I want you to notice something.
Yes,
Where's my
but
book?
do I use other things like aware or something?
Yeah, aware. Sorry.
Because I have a point in aware.
Nice.
I
Yes.
rolled 3 die?
Yep. Oh, there it is.
And 2 5s and a 1.
No. Oh. Okay. You still succeed because you got that one success. But what happens is this. You go around and you're just illuminating the steps every now and again. And until you see, well, you don't know what it is exactly, but a brazier. Or to you guys, this weirdly shaped metal, well, you don't know what metal is, but of this hardened clay bowl. And it's like following the steps every now and again, like a big pattern.
Rack looks at the bowl. Looks at it. Is it filled with something?
Slightly. It looks like there is something in there, but only a little bit. But you don't know what this liquid is. It's very shiny, like, well, it's very shiny, like, well, you don't know how it's shiny yet, like rock, there it is. It's as shiny as a polished rock, but yet it's constantly swirling as if it's being pulled by something, flowing, there it is. Like it's constantly flowing though.
Hmm.
No,
Careful.
no other option. originally
These
hosted
things seem
Leshy Games,
suspicious.
has credited her as being a co-creator, to which she seems to deny.
And if they aren't
Eventually,
harmless,
she did play one of
we
the
may have
games
a new
after
idea for
incessant
holding the
complaining
fire.
from upset parents to check out what was going on, and as it turns out, they were right.
Well, technically, you wouldn't know it could hold fire at all. It just holds liquids.
Lacey has one of the most famous pet shops in town. People come from all over to buy the
Yes,
perfect
but
little
it's
furry
made of
companion,
stone.
and it will be your job
If
to
we
help
put
her today.
fire fuel
Well,
in
Instruction.
said stone bowl and then light fuel on fire, we have bowl of flame.
well,
We can
technically, it's
use
made
light.
of metal. You guys just don't know what metal is. That's why I said it just
Oh,
looks like
right, it's a
hardened
point and click
clay
adventure.
because
As
it's
the needle went through her skin,
bronze.
Well, Rack is going to
I couldn't
give a
take
light
it
tap
anymore.
on it.
You tap it and it gives off a ting, and that's a
This
new
is
sound
Phew, it was
Rack
just
for
like
everyone.
this. Rack like
Sound.
this sound.
Subtracted
Might be
Ting!
useful in future.
You ting it again.
No, he doesn't.
All right.
We're in a bat cave, dude. They're probably well, the bats are passed out.
It is daytime still.
Yeah.
And we don't want to wake him up. Rack continues leading the group down towards the poo, towards where he hopes to find the poo.
You go down and after like a little while, it would be the equivalent to like an hour till you guys finally reach the bottom of the stairs and then the floor of the cave.
Is it filled with poo?
Uh, kind of. There's thin layers, but this isn't the massive mother load. It's
Well,
clear that the bats are deep, deep in the cave.
Rack don't. Okay, for right now, Rack is going to start harvesting the surface layers closer to the exit and start shoveling them into the pot.
You put your pot down, and as you try to scrape up what you can, and I truly mean scrape because you're just like, because it is like a thin, thin layer. You're making a lot of noise.
I think Rack
Roll.
would probably roll aware.
Oh
To
yeah, I
see if
want you. I want you to roll aware, Void.
Me?
I'm not the void.
Yeah, because I think you're gonna notice this before Seth would.
All right, let's roll. Roll 2 dice.
Yes,
All right, aware.
unless yeah, if you have like aware, then you can get an extra die.
Yep. And that is 5 plus 4. That's 9.
Nice. All right. What happens is this: you look around, and we're trying to at first look for bigger piles of guano, but then you find carvings in the cave, and these are detailed, almost hieroglyphic carvings.
Do I understand them at all?
The written word is still a new concept, so you don't understand it fully, but you understand that someone put these down here for a reason, and this means something. And all the way at the bottom of the hieroglyphs is a picture of a lizard man, and beneath him is a human on their knees and their arms raised in the air, almost as if submissive.
Okay. I am
So, how much poo do I get?
You don't even get a yeah 1/4 of a cup. You don't even get that. You probably got like 1/8 of one.
yeah.
Well, it's a start.
I I get Rack and I just tap his shoulder, still remaining quiet as I point to the, weird glyphs.
You
Can
see
Rack
the
come up? Can Rack attempt to piece together an idea for what he sees from the glyphs?
no. The written word, like I said, has yet to exist in this world, so
Yes, but from what like he's seen,
Exists to us, basically. It doesn't exist to us yet.
yeah.
it may not exist to us, but there's still pictures.
There's only like a picture of a lizard man and a human just bowing to them.
Hmm.
And above that just looks like a long script.
Well, he can't read the script, but he might be able to decipher the picture. This
For
be
that, I
for
want
that
you to
be what?
roll in. Wait, there's no intelligence, right? Sorry. I want you to roll wise if you can for this.
Rack is not wise at all.
He's smart, but not wise.
Then he loses a die.
Actually, he's ignorant.
Yep, he would lose a die in this scenario. So instead of rolling two, you gotta roll one.
Wait. I mean, I could have added third die this whole time.
Yeah, when I said you, if you had accurate, you had a third die.
Yeah, I have aware. I have the aware skill.
Hmm.
Let me get up my 36. Alright, there we go. Now, fill this 36, see what I can. I would consider this
Are
like
you
a.
kidding me? I actually got a 6.
Wow, holy crap. No, I mean, seriously,
Damn.
like, wow. I also got a 6 to help update my roll. My
Oh
original
my.
werewolf roll.
Alright.
Hmm.
So, the both of you can see and look at this detail that clearly this is showing off that humans were once enslaved by these lizardmen. But you, Boyd, can see more. You can see specifically that humans were not slaves, but rather seen as something else to these lizardmen. Something less,
Devotees.
huh?
Devotees. No, not that.
Yes, that is
Well,
what you see.
You see, like,
But you could just see the slave factor part of it.
well, for Rack, well, this might be our fate if we lose.
you just see, like. Wait, did he actually say that out loud?
He whispers it.
Leshy whispers back. That's not slavery. It's devotion.
Rack squints at him real quick before. Anyway, let's go find Pooh.
Yeah.
Trying to shrug off this whole thing.
You go deeper in, deeper in about like about another hour
Jeez,
in,
how
and
deep? How
the
deep is cave?
caves in real life, man, go deep.
I
And
know, but still.
basically, after like all of that, you then finally found the heart of the cave,
And Rack brings up his finger to his mouth, trying to, as a sign to keep quiet.
and between you guys and the guano is this weird rock formation. It's the reason why I say it's weird is because it looks like two rocks supported each other one at a long time ago and then crashed in the center, only leaving the upper portion with a large enough hole for anybody to get to.
Hmm.
So you guys would have to climb up and then crawl over to get the guano.
Okay.
Uh,
Rack takes a gulp. Rack will do this. You don't have to follow if you don't want to, Leshy.
I'll stay back.
Just be ready to pull Rack out at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
As Rack makes the climb, as he tries to stay quiet as physically possible, being aware of the bats. If there's poo coming down, there's bats about.
Yep.
All right. To climb, I want you to roll your dexterous, and I also want you to roll gleeful to be able to be quiet enough.
Well, that's 2 die then.
Well, technically before die because you
No,
start
that'd
off
be
with
2 die. Because I'm careless.
oh. Uh-oh.
Unless it'd be 3 die.
That'd be three
Say.
die because you also gotta have because if your character's dexterous.
I'm neutral on that.
Oh, all right, then yeah, that'd be 2 die.
Don't let me down, die. Don't let me down. And I got another 6 and a 3.
Okay. That 6 saved you because you needed two successes for this one. So you start climbing and Void, you see Seth like a couple rocks fall under Seth's like feet every now and again, and they are they make noise, but it's not enough to wake the bats, which you guys have yet to see, by the way, because you guys have not dared look up. But Seth was able to climb over the ledge and now is on like the stable top of the rock formation.
So Rack is going to be attempting to shovel the poo quietly.
Oh, you haven't even reached the poo yet. I thought you were going to try to send the rope over for Void. But if you're going to continue to go for the guano, you just slide down some rocks and then find a heart of a cave, which is a big, spacious cavern with a little bit of sunlight just peeking out just for just the air for the bats. There's like somehow there's like a big crack in the cave that's releasing sunlight.
How much light is in the cave?
Enough to where, well, it's not enough to where you don't no longer need the candlelight, but it's bright enough to where it would obscure it if you accidentally let the lid open.
Okay, so what Rack is going to do, he's going to start shoveling poo into the pot.
I'm gonna roll for the bats to see if they even notice, because I also want you to roll gleeful because you're trying to do this without trying to disturb them.
I'm also aware of what I'm doing, so. But I'm also being pretty ballsy to do this.
Uh,
What they get. Because
I,
I don't think my luck is going to hold after this roll.
I kind of want you to roll first.
Wow! Another 6!
God damn.
I was just rolling out of my hand for like a good couple minutes, for a good minute.
Okay, that actually kind of helped you because they also got two successes. So, yeah, as you are being quiet, the bats are starting to wake up, but don't notice you yet because you're just like in the beam of the sunlights. So it's
I'm
like,
just getting the stuff I can get without making too much noise, and that way I can make a quick escape.
and Void, you can start hearing the sound of a wooden shovel grinding on stone. And
Cool.
you're still on the other side of the rock formation, so you can't see. For record, I never even really described the bats because, again, none of you guys looked up. not even Seth, in the room with the bats.
Meanwhile, like Leshy's is holding on to that rope, about dang ready to pull when he feels 3 tugs, 3 good tugs.
And the third guy that's been with you guys the whole time but been silent just is behind you, is like ready to go.
Thank you.
Okay. Like, I'm so tempted to have Rack just have the balls look up, but I just don't know if he would. If he's more focused on getting the goal and then getting the hell out.
Well, I want you to roll Gleeful again, this time for the last time, because you're like at that halfway point.
Oh boy, this is gonna end horribly, I think.
Please don't let me down, die! Holy shit, another one!
Huh?
Are you cheating?
No, I'm just rolling with my hand. I'm starting to think this night might have be weighted or. Oh,
What?
there's an air bubble in here.
Oh, what? Wait, what? What?
There's an air bubble in my die.
Ah, that makes sense now.
Don't use that die ever again, please.
I'll
That
probably
means
use it
that
again when we're desperate.
Yeah, we won't know.
don't tell me, as long as I don't see it.
Alright, alright.
I will allow it this time,
I
but
literally just noticed it.
We didn't know before. We didn't know
yeah,
before
we
the
did.
roll, but now we know. Now we know.
Yep. So here's what happens, because I'm going to allow it. They got 3 successes, and you got 2. So as you finally got the last stuff, you were just about to, walk out, and then because of your shovel being covered in guano, slips from your bag, falls, and does a thunk, 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 thunk. And
At
you
this
look
point, I
up.
think Rex says, "Fuck the shovel, leave it, time to go."
Yeah, because you look up, and just like in Emperor Cusco, Emperor's New Groove scene when Cusco had his face stuck in the cave with the bats, you just see all their eyes bright red open all at the same time, and they just start flapping their wings and start screeching,
And
getting ready to.
this is when I pass the poo over and pull the rope, tug on the rope 3 times.
Your rock formation in the way, remember?
I mean, human strength can do amazing things.
Alright, let's
When you're
do this.
terrified.
Yep. The both of you guys are gonna roll dexterous, and I'm also will
Dexterous.
roll for the third guy.
That's 2 dice. Let's do this.
Oh my god!
I got a. I got an 8. I got an 8.
Is there anything else I need to roll? Because I'm neutral and dexterous.
Just roll
If
2
you're
dice,
the
dude.
one being told, this be more of a
Don't get hurt.
yeah. This would be a type of don't get hurt kind of roll.
So this
So
be
just
more like a
roll awareness.
resilient,
Yeah, roll resilience just so you're not
which is what I actually have in.
nice.
So if I'm gonna roll a dexterous and resilience, I got 3 die.
So Void,
Yeah?
you pull on Seth's rope, and the other guy got hurt. Like he
He got rope
pulled a little
burns.
too early and fell on his bottom.
I'm still
But
waiting to
you
find
boys,
out. Come on, dice, don't let me down. Don't let me
but you
down.
boys are just fucking pulling Seth's character in. You're
I
just
got a
like,
6, a 4, and a 3.
all right, that 6 helped you because as soon as you see all the bats, wake up and are about to start flying at you, you're like, oh fuck.
No.
And then suddenly that fucking tug came in. You know that YouTube video of that old lady and the dog with a fuss row daw? You know what I mean? It's like that with, what I mean, but with a caveman in a cave. You just got fucking yanked.
Big Foos feel that.
So,
I tell Leshy, sorry, I lost your shovel. I am not going back in.
Yeah, everyone you hear the bats fucking screeching, so.
It's
At
like,
this point, we're gonna try to get the hell out as quick as possible.
yeah,
Yep.
I start. I just like. I help. We're bolt. I'm bolting.
Yeah, the third guy already bolt as soon as he got up and saw Seth was in.
And
You bolting, Seth?
I'm bolting while having to carry the pot of poo unless someone's helping me, so
I'm
we can
helping
move
carry the pot.
faster.
I'm helping carry the pot of poop.
Thank God, because I was actually gonna make Seth roll for that. So you all start running. I'm actually gonna roll for the bats to be able to see if they can catch up, because you guys do get that head start. They do not. They are right behind you guys, but they are not touching you. You guys could see them fly, but it's like you guys are taking the most anglest and tiniest parts of the cave. That's making it harder for them to actually attack you straight on. They have to keep turning and curving and trying to find ways, safe ways, to be able to get at you guys. But there are hundreds of them, so like fighting them is not an option unless you guys want to die.
Is that not thanks enough?
Don't stop moving!
No. Now everything can go back to normal.
I'm gonna roll for them. I want everybody to
Why
roll.
would I want
Uh,
that?
I know I've been using Gleeful a lot for this one, but this has been kind of like a very careful escape game. Not disturb the bats, and this time, actually, this will be more of a dexterous and a gleeful roll because I want everyone to run and, and maintain balance in this uneven cave. And I am going to roll for the third
Actually, you know
guy.
what? By the way, actually, Rack has. I want to say Rack might have idea.
What?
You remember those braziers?
Yeah.
Or those things that hold in weird fluid?
Yes.
As we run by it, Rack, without thinking, winds up touching the oil with the flame of his lamp, or whatever's in there with the flame of his lamp before as he books it.
Well, actually, I want everybody to roll first before to see if they actually can maintain balance while they're running through this cave.
Because I'm neutral on dexterous, but I am horrible on careful.
So yeah, that would still be like 2 dice.
Got. Okay, I got 10 on my dexterous and a 3 and a 4 on my gleeful.
Nice.
I got a 6 and a 5.
All right. So you guys are able to keep running, but Seth, you're gonna have to make a choice. You either could keep the guano and not get hurt. You could either keep the guano and get attacked, just like one attack, or drop it and maintain the distance of the bats.
How close are to one of those braziers?
It would probably be like 3 more rounds.
Well, Rack is gonna take the hit and quickly yells up to the other guy, "Take the pot! Rack had an idea!"
I've already made this massive.
All right, let's see how much damage this bat does you, because it is coming in, because it's gonna try to grab you
And Rack
with
is
its
going
like
to try
claws.
to bonk it with his bone knife.
It does you 1 point of damage.
Woo.
We actually never did calculate health. Oh, so I got 1 wound?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, health in this game is actually kind of weird. Because it's like, wounds is more like at the end of the game, it's like I tell you, like, your back is hurt or this is that, so it gives your traits or flaws different, it affects your traits and flaws.
Because there's no health thing.
Yeah, that's because it's taking enough damage in randomness could just kill a person. Like, for example, I may not look like I could die right now, but all it would take is for someone to push my head into my table and break my neck, and I'll die. Yeah, I mean, it's just
Well,
like,
for what Rack is doing, he's going to. If the other guy comes back and helps Leshy with the pot, if all three of us work on carrying this thing, we probably keep ahead of those damn bats.
I mean, if they would just basically play football with the dang thing.
There's no lid, and we don't want poo going everywhere.
Yeah.
so you're gonna pass this to the third guy that's running. So,
Well, we're gonna have
Alright.
I'm going to pass it over to Leshy. Pass it to Leshy, and he's gonna pass it up to the guy up front. While those two are working together to get the pot out quickly, Rack is going to act as a bit more of a distraction. Now that he's on guard and ready, actually properly ready to fight, like a proper hunter.
All right, Void. I
Well
want you to roll brave and dexterous because this is
I
You're kinda-
believe in you.
you're kind of trusting a guy with literally your life right now for just what batshit.
All right, 7 and 6.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it sucks. I know.
Yeah, no, this is what happens for the other
As-
guy.
While that happens, Rack is actually gonna yell out and say, as he yells at the bats,
He wasn't
"You
even
want
done
me?"
narrating yet, because this is not good.
Rack is trying to
Yeah.
focus their full attention on him, not the others.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to tell some here that you need to pay attention to because once Void comes over to pass it, he tries to step up the stairs, slips, falls, and hold on, I'm gonna roll a evens or odds roll to see if the pot breaks. Oddly enough, it didn't, but more than half of the guano has been spilt out, and there is no time to gather it. Like, to regather it.
I understand that.
Grab it, get back up, start going.
So, to gain their attention, I want you to make a fortunate and awareness type
Actually,
roll.
what I'm doing is actually exposing my full lamp and shining it in their eyes.
Oh, that actually does something different. As soon as you do that, they actually seem to back away from you. Like they were about to strike at you, but as soon as you remove your lamp, they close their eyes and seem to fly away.
Ah! They don't like fire!
Yeah, no, it is at least just around you, because now the bats are looking at Void and the third guy.
I try to get over there quickly as
I'm
possible.
passing it to the third guy and telling him, run!
It is light enough for the third guy to be able to carry it alone, but he tries to. So he's gonna roll dexterous to see if he runs.
Yep.
He makes it. He's able to run.
What do they look like, by the way? Now that
Yeah, I
I've shown
know.
my light on them, you never described them.
Yeah, now that you actually showing your light on them, these things have the faces of vampire bats, but with weirdly shaped, like, bodies. I mean, they're still, like, bats, but as if, like, instead of, like, the normal thumb, they seem to have two fingers on them, as if to create, like, a pinching effect. Like, their first finger and their thumb seems to be their claws, extra claw, basically. And the three other fingers make up the rest of the wing. Their fur is a dense shade of violet, not black. It's almost as if to reflect the violet sky of the night.
Well, I tell
And
Leshy,
Void,
you're gonna have a new car to make after this.
Yeah.
actually, I want you, Void, as a mystic, to roll aware.
Aware. I got.
Yes.
Oh, good. All right. Let's let's see if the luck hasn't run out yet. 6, 2, and 2.
Oh, nice. All right. You can see the one of the bats seems to be white, but it's not like albino white. It's almost as if moon lit, almost as if it was the moonlit night kind of white.
So
It's almost like glowing. And it doesn't seem to be wanting to hunt, but rather it seems to be just guiding, just going in a big circle surrounding the other bats. You, Seth, cannot see this.
okay, hold on. I gotta think. Would Leshy know how to tame bats as a beast tamer?
Um,
What do you
Actually,
at least know
roll
something?
even for this because your culture does know about these bats. So roll evens or odds.
All right, even. 4.
All right. Even okay. Even though most people wouldn't want to know how to tame a bat, you are
Don't care.
actually, yeah, you did not care. You wanted to know how to tame because you believed it connected you to the spirit world, and it's going to.
Yeah.
Because you know that giant bats aren't predators. They disperse fruit, seed. In fact, the biggest bat that you guys, again, like the smallest bat is the biggest bat, is the flying fox.
Right.
And it never hurts predators. It never hurts creatures.
I assume I would have
It,
some fruits on me.
again, rolling with our odds because you guys were traveling.
Odds.
Odds, oddly enough, you do. You did
Nice.
pick some fruits on the way here.
I really like take out like a couple of the berries and I lift them up like over here, white one.
You call upon the white one and it does notice you. And basically, Seth, you just see a bat just come in and take berries from Void's hand. This is just basically a quick action from what's about to happen, but Void,
Uh
as
huh.
soon as you say over here, white one, it locks eyes with you and you enter the spirit world without taking any, well, drinking any alcohol or taking any of the herbs.
Without drugs. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And you just see this big white bat, and behind it is the moon, and it's just like just flapping there, floating almost,
I look at it.
even though bats really
You are a
float.
leader. You are the leader of this pack, and I do understand that you have a big responsibility. I do too. My pack is mainly between me and my wolf, Stoat. If you would like to join if you would like to join our pack, I would be most grateful and most honored to do so. If not, I do understand. So,
Times are changing. This land is no longer safe. I
Leshy,
shall take children and leave soon.
I understand.
The moon has fallen. A new moon must be chosen.
Understood.
No,
Hmm?
a new moon found. For moons are born, never made.
Leshy nods. Understood. I do realize you intend to leave. Me and my people, me and my pack, we will stay and fight. We will do everything in our power to keep this land.
the land of which none belongs to.
Indeed. We have been here.
Humans and their land. What value? We bats have only the sky. Nothing. But yet we are seen as gods and monsters for having nothing. The land is nothing, and yet you covet, be greedy with it. All beasts, all men. I
Humans.
shall give you the lesson, young one. The lizards aren't the only beasts that can walk.
Thank you.
I have seen come and go from these lands. But why humans chose to stay is beyond me.
I was not born during that age. But if we
But
but if we stayed, then we might as well try to keep it. That's what I believe. It's like a wolf in his hunting grounds. No one no one else should encroach on their territory.
then I shall leave you to it.
Indeed.
Warn, after this night, my children and I will leave these lands. And without my children, protect what you hold dear. And you come out of the vision as soon as the berries come out of your hands. And the bats seem to back up enough, Seth, that you could actually get out.
So should I? So we're getting out with the pot of poo, or just half a pot of poo?
Yep.
Yep. I look
The
up at
thing
the.
about us humans is we can be stubborn, no matter
You
what
no,
we
that was
do.
that was with me. That was with me
Yeah,
in the
that was
spirit
all
realm.
before.
I
Yeah,
know,
you didn't see it at all.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Humans are stubborn.
Lands because we like to change.
We didn't
We
hear
can
any of that, or as I didn't.
Yeah, we'll say that Void's still tripping now, and words are starting to be muggled up because you could still understand bat, but not human.
go. They still trying to kill us.
Seth, your internet's acting up.
I can't help that.
Yeah, fair enough.
I
Let,
uh
let's try to continue. So, yeah, as soon as you guys get out of the cave, you get back up. You have a half a jar of guano.
Well, not as much as I would like, but it will have to do.
they're leaving.
But because of this stuff, it's a if we were using the alternative method,
What? The third guy says to Void. What did he say?
They're leaving tonight. They all are. Mother Moon and her children.
The bat?
Yeah. Yes, they are. These lands are unsafe now. Despite us fighting for it, despite her not understanding us, she's leaving. She doesn't. I don't think she plans on coming back. But she did give me a gift.
What gift?
The lizards. We are man, but the lizards. they're not the only two-legged thing that will come. Not the only two-legged beast that will arrive.
There are more.
Oh boy. If
We're-
Rack hears that, he's gonna rub his head and so feeling we're gonna have to eventually make another trip here. But for now, we can only worry about worry about the present.
Yes. Well, at least we got something out of this.
Also, Rack noticed something weird in there
What?
as he explains the braziers, thinking that maybe next time we try putting fire in them. They look like bowls, but what looked inside them sort of reminded Rack of lantern oil.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Well, it actually reminds you more of like melted fat, but you have seen like grease fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's like,
Yeah,
huh. Okay. I got another card to make when I get back.
and Rack is going to start mixing this up now. That way, it's prepped by the time. That way, it's prepped for for filtering when we get back. Because Rack needs this stuff is loaded with what we need.
Well, it is like half day. The sun is like close to setting. You guys got there at like sunrise. You guys got out at the like when the sun was at its highest, and
So,
are
but for now, I
basically
think it'd be best if we make camp
Yeah.
and Rack patches himself up. Rack is hurt.
Yeah. Leshy, he sits there just staring. I've I've never felt the spirit realm that raw before.
yeah, because normally your spirit realm often goes towards your ancestors' memories. This was pure form speaking to a god. You mean type of feeling.
Yeah, Leshy just looks at Rack and says, "Do you know what I was talking to in the spirit world when I saw the white one?"
Hmm. Did Rack see a white bat?
No, all you just saw was Boyd pull out some berries and just said, "White one, come here." And then a bat just came in, stole the berries, and you guys just ran. Because the spirit world happened instantaneously to the rest of the world, but to you, it was like a good
Good few
5, 10,
5, 10 seconds.
like, yeah, a good 5, 10 minutes actually in your brain. Like, it was a whole conversation.
The whole conversation. Meanwhile, IRL, it's just like not even a second.
Yeah.
Rack don't want it. Rack at this time don't want to process anymore. Rack has had stressful day,
No, it's
and Rack must
no,
patch wound before
it gets bad. Yeah,
disease sets in.
yeah,
Yeah, you got a big scratch on your shoulder, on
here.
your
But I
right
still
shoulder.
have some healing herbs.
I help apply the healing herbs. Get some of the cards that
Because
we
as a
can't get.
mystic,
Hmm?
hold on. I'm gonna see. Hold on here. There is actually a medicine roll.
All right, medicine. Let's see where I can.
All right. Here's what you. Okay. Here's how you do medicine.
Okay.
You roll awareness, fortitude, and charismatic. Apparently, it's a three. It's a
Wait,
five.
fortitude? It's not a stat.
Yeah, it is.
Fortunate.
Oh.
Not fortitude.
Yeah.
Fortunate.
I think resilience.
Oh,
Resilience. Okay.
yeah, sorry. It's resilience, fortitude, and charismatic.
Though I'm pretty sure the resilience one would be me.
All right.
It will be both of you because it's gross and painful for the both of you.
Well,
Right.
I have at least four. Wait, no. I have 5 die.
Oh. All right. So I got 5, 4,
Because I have resilience and awareness.
11.
Nice.
I got an 11 in total on aware. For charismatic, I got 10. Charismatic, I got 10. And resilience, I got 8.
All right.
I got 3 5s, a 6, and a 2.
Huh.
All right. So the both of you are able to patch up Seth. You were able to actually get some moss to stop the bleeding, and then while you, Void, were able to chew on some healing herbs and then spit it onto his wound.
Does it sting?
I mean, it's
Yeah,
gonna
you're
sting
applying
because
stuff to the wound. Of course, it's gonna sting.
yeah, regardless if it's either spit or herbs.
Ugh. Ah!
Calm yourself.
Yeah, the higher
Right.
resistance is what kept you awake.
Yeah, like Leshy, after patching Rack up, he's sits down again and says, what the White One said was more insightful than stressful. More than just the news. She is curious. She doesn't understand why we look at them, why we see them as gods. Why we see them as something more than they probably are. She was
The the guy that the third the other two guys that were there are like, hold on, there was a god there?
It's complicated. There is a white bat among the others. White like the moon. A pure white. Like a moonlit night. And
Well,
I got to the spirit world and it spoke to me there. Told me that it doesn't understand us. They're not mad, but they just don't understand why we have land. Why we, for lack of a better term, take and take and take everything around us, leaving nothing behind for others, even to our own kin. Why, and she also didn't understand why we saw them, why they saw her and others like her as gods, as something greater than they probably are.
One of the members speaks up and is like, well, any being in the spirit realm with great power, are they not gods? I mean, if they're not gods, if they're just spirits, then why are they powerful if they're not gods?
Leshy looks at his hands and pulls out one of his cards, one of his special cards. He made this one personally. An image of some kind of snake-like lizard eating its own tail.
The Aurora Borealis.
The Ouroboros, yes. He's like, I think,
does Rax see that card?
yes. He's like holding it like Rack's right next to Leshy, and Leshy just pulls out the card, and you see the card.
And Rack goes, ah, you used that on Rack.
Yes.
Yeah, once again, this card actually, Seth, roll bravery because again, this card made you think you were gonna die. So, and you're thinking this guy's just pulling out the death card.
No,
Oh, Rack has bravery.
dude, do it.
Roll, roll.
Roll.
All 6s.
What?
Holy
Are you
shit.
Holy
serious?
cow!
Oh my god. Okay, okay. You are unflinched through the rest of the night. Like nothing makes you flinch.
Yeah,
Like
like
in fact,
Rack has stared death in the face with Horde. Rack is tired, but Rack cannot rest. Rack must
yeah, no,
prep as he starts
mixing
getting
the
water into the pot
yeah,
with the
like
poo.
Leshy just stares at
yeah,
the card and is like, I think it has to deal with the meaning behind this card specifically. It does not mean death. It never did. Well, not exactly.
I mean, a snake eating itself would be death, wouldn't it?
But it also
Think
means
of it.
rebirth.
Think of it like. Think of it like a walk down a road. Start at the head. Walk and walk and walk down the road. Soon you'll be back. Soon you'll be at the tail, but then back up to the head again. It's a symbol of
The journey won't end.
it never will. I think they have been through their own journey. Time after time after time, getting stronger and more resilient to anything that comes their way. You know?
Hmm.
It's a.
Well,
Interesting.
And wouldn't you become the same as you keep pushing forward? Wouldn't you be the same if through trouble, pain, despair, through all of it, you become stronger and understand more?
Void, as you're saying this, there seems to be the best way to describe it, because I'm not going to make anyone roll awareness because this is
Yeah.
just happening. The more wisdom you're sharing, you're noticing as if the moon's glow seems to be just a tiny bit brighter.
And even as
a wise man and a mad genius.
yes, like he just keeps talking. Leshy keeps going. It's like you keep pushing, you keep going forward, despite those who you've lost, despite the pain you feel in the mind, body, and spirit. Those wounds, they leave scars, yes, but they don't kill you.
They
And whatever does,
heal,
indeed, and whatever doesn't
just
kill
like
you,
this one will.
if you weren't killed today, and I'm happy for you. And thanks to that, whatever didn't kill you, it made you that much stronger.
And Rack has learned something new.
Unless you puts the card away. That is,
They don't like when those flying bat things are angry at us. Light something on fire and wave it around. It keeps them at bay.
yeah. From what I've heard,
As soon
they don't like coming out during the daytime. So
as soon as you say that, suddenly the bats start flying out of the cave
We should probably get moving before they notice us.
and the trees and the mountains. You could just see a swarm, this biggest swarm of bats you all have ever seen fly through the Great Gate. The only lowest point in the mountain ranges between all you guys is that just doesn't break atmosphere. And they all just fly right out of there. And you guys have witnessed it all, like the start and the end, being closest to the cave and all. Everyone else in the rest of the world just suddenly
bats.
woke up and saw all these bats just kind of flying.
Leshy looks at the great gate as though all the bats are flying through. I told you all. Now, one question lingers in my mind. As I showed you the card before, as you pulled out the Ouroboros card, is this the beginning of an end,
Or
the
the end
end of
of
a
a
new?
beginning.
Indeed. I
Well,
give him a thumbs
Reck's
up.
brain is too tired to keep thinking.
We need
Reck gonna
rest.
get some basic food and get some sleep.
Hmm.
You all sit down, munch on some fruit and some like dried meat.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the best food, but it's
It's
food.
it's something. It's something to help keep us energized. Oh,
You
We
see
mwah.
have a
one.
long trip back.
You see, like one of the members. I forgot to actually mention their age. Like one of the members is like middle aged, and he picks up like a flower from his bag and starts chewing on the petals.
Which one is that?
Um, well, you guys don't know what a rose is, but he's chewing on rose petals.
It's like, what what flower is that? I don't think I've ever seen it.
Uh, I don't know. I just found it on a prickly bush.
Huh.
Tastes nice though. Helps with digestion.
Hmm.
The stomach.
Is there any feeling it kind of gives you?
Meh, not really.
All
Just
right.
an interesting taste, really. I mean, try it out yourself.
All right. I'll
He
I'll
holds
try
the
it.
flower.
Is there? Oh, there are sharp things on this. Okay. Hmm.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you got to be careful. This thing does bite back.
Okay. He like takes it and just chews on some of the petals.
These petals are sweet and well, just very healthy. Honestly,
I give it.
it's just very refreshing.
Yeah. I could give it back. Good choice.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
That's good. That's some good stuff.
If I just got a little bit of honey, this would make it.
This would this would really slap the taste buds. Slap our tongues with good stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When we pass by a hive, remind me to collect the honey.
Yeah. Remind me to help you find that prickly bush again.
Rag is already leaning back asleep.
Hmm.
As you hear like a loud.
Hmm. Best get some rest.
Yeah,
Leshy says he's
yeah,
just
you're brave guy. I'll sleep first.
yeah. Leshy goes to bed.
And you hear Rack sleep talking about. And you hear Rack talk. Before you pass out, I want to say you hear Rack talking in his sleep.
Oh.
Yeah. Find kinda keys. Put them together. Save the sky.
Leshy sleeps and what happens
Find.
next? Oh, sorry.
Okay. That's all right. I just had to do a little thing on the map real quick because you guys did discover an area. Yeah, pretty much every time you guys discover a new thing, I will update the map and show it off to you guys to show you off where you guys discovered the area and where you guys are at. Well, we're at. But you guys go back to your village. It doesn't take too long because of the bats. You guys are just kind of getting swarmed by bugs. Like it's not like happened instantaneously. Like on the first few days, things were fine, but on the third day, on your guys' way home, the fucking mosquitoes are everywhere. It is getting annoying.
Rack hate mosquitoes!
Dang needle bugs, they shove their tell me, you prick. They get into their bloody get into our arms and start sucking bread out of us.
Well, Rack did learn they don't like smoke.
Really? Smoke? One guy turns around and his face is swollen. Clearly, he's allergic to the mosquitoes.
Oh, that is not good. We need to get back quick. I say I pick up
Oh,
some.
what's wrong? Something on my
As
face?
Rack winds up lighting his lantern, but he's trying to make it cause as much smoke as possible.
Yeah, I
As he
take some.
waves it around to like ward off the mosquitoes.
I take
Making smoke is not that hard, actually.
yeah.
You're surrounded by green and foliage, so you
Take some of
just
that.
grab
Put
a
it in the
bunch.
lantern. Just wave it around.
Yeah, you just put a bunch of like fucking wet plants in your lantern, and you do just wave it around like like a priest with incense.
I take some
Like
healing
you're in the
herbs.
front of the group too.
Yeah, I take some healing herbs and I just put it on my friend's face.
Oh, why does my face feel cooler now?
The herb shall help. Well, let's get back to the village.
Alright.
Okay.
No, not to see.
Here, I laid out my hand for him to hold. Hold this.
He
I'll guide you.
he reaches down, grabs it.
And whoa, it's starting to work.
Yeah, the smoke is making the mosquitoes fly off a bit, but you got to be constantly swinging that thing around, and it does get tiring.
No, actually, Rack is just. So once we get there, Rack is gonna. Pretty much what Rack is looking for in the poo water mixture is white particle.
Yeah, after like the third day, you guys finally get home on the fourth, and basically everyone is also getting bitten by mosquitoes and other bugs because there's no bats anymore. But yeah, as soon as you get there, you finally put the sludge down, and there's no white particles because you guys have been walking for days and days and days and hasn't really let the thing settle.
Like, we need
Well,
to let this thing sit for a good minute.
pretty much the water is supposed to extract what we're going after from the poo.
Well, it still needs to settle too, so it could actually be able to separate it more properly.
Yes, and then once that happens, we filter out the poo from the water,
Yep.
and then
And
what's
so-
left is the solution, which contains it, and we let it dry out to let the crystals form. Though I think with constant mixing, the constant lack of settling, it should be thoroughly mixed.
Oh yeah, no, it is thoroughly mixed.
Okay.
In fact, it smells horrible. I forgot to
Ugh.
mention
Ugh.
that. Yeah,
Rack
no,
is so
everyone
glad
was
Rack can't smell.
before you guys came home, so everyone was already like prepared to see you guys.
And they smelled
But
bad.
Rack
And they're like,
says,
nope, we're not
Rack-
doing.
And
But as soon as you guys come closer to the group, everyone just kind of backs away, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, that smell! Did you go to the river yet? Oh,
That's not us. That's that. As I say, as I point to the pot.
keep it out of the village."
Like,
Like everyone is like not happy with the smell.
meanwhile, Leshy goes back to his home.
Rack takes it out of the village, and he preps a filter to be ready to go for when it's time. Okay. Did that other team come back with the yellow smiley rock?
They have not came back at all.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Leshy's like, while having that discussion,
Well-
Leshy's like working on the new. He's like,
Well, your guys' distance was much shorter than theirs. It's taken them like 3 weeks to be able to get there.
okay. Yeah. Meanwhile, Leshy is making his new card, and
Oh.
actually giving it a name. Moon Mother.
And how do you depict this card?
Well, it's simple. Massive bat with two thumbs, with the silhouettes of the moon behind it.
Oh well, Rack is
2
carefully
HP,
directing people to
Yep.
stay clear of the area and to keep fire the hell away.
2 health points, 4 attack points.
Nice.
He puts it in his collection.
While in
That
the
was wonderful.
background, you can definitely see Rack trying to keep people from getting too close with fire. He doesn't want
Right.
the stuff exploding.
There's a painter like in your hut basically trying to paint the bat that you were describing on your
Right.
card. Even though they used the design, he still Like this is like your friend
Yeah.
kind of shit. The other guy, one of the two brothers. I keep forgetting their names.
Tack and talk.
Tack and talk. Thank you. This is Tack just painting and being like this.
Um, I think it had like a bit of gray in it from last time I remember. It was white like the moon, like just like the moon. Like it had that kind of glow to it.
I mean, this is as white as I could get. I can't.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I mean,
Just like
Add a pinch
Okay.
of yellow.
yeah. Maybe add like a pinch of yellow, like a little bit, just like a teeny tiny bit to help it stand out against the moon.
he goes next. He goes to a little jug, pours it into the pours a little bit into like the chalk,
Yeah.
and you would recognize the smell as human urine,
It's like
but it does give the chalk a yellowish tint.
I mean
And then
whatever.
you,
Yeah. I mean whatever it takes, man. I mean if it smells like
Wait,
piss,
wait,
it
wait,
smells like
wait,
piss.
wait, wait. I got a question. If he's using urine, is there white particles floating in it?
well, I mean, is your character there to say that, or because he's not really going to pay attention?
Well,
He
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 would explain what he's looking for.
he did
He's
explain
looking
it.
for the white
White
particles.
particles in liquid.
If
So
the
what?
white particles are there, then we have a small bit of salt of what Rack is looking for.
Right, and
And Rack has
Leshy.
like doesn't have a lot of sulfur on him. He only has a small bit left over from the backpack incident.
Right,
So he could make a pretty much a basic demonstration one.
right,
What he's trying to do.
right. Well, does it have the white particles?
Void, you look into the little jar. It, of course, reeks, but the little white particles are actually hanging on the wall of the little clay pot.
Like, Dak,
You have parts of what we might need.
Dak, I gotta go find. Do you mind if I borrow this for a moment? I do intend on returning it.
Um, sure. I mean, I'm not sure why you want my. You know, I mean, three. Hold on. When was the binge we had? What was it like a month, like a moon ago?
I think about a moon ago. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a moon's. So that's like a moon's old urine if you want it.
It's not exactly. We don't
Rack,
want the urine itself. We want the white stuff inside the urine.
Rack, like, Seth, your character's not there. She's like, Rack's been looking for something specific that's currently in this jar. He's looking for white particles in the liquid, and guess what's in here?
Remind me not to go on that drinking binge again. Seeing the white particles, he's now worried for his health.
Like, don't worry, I don't think it's a side effect of drinking. I think it's more of a side effect of it just sitting here for a moon.
I mean, if leaving urine to sit a moon's worth of time in a jar, I mean, it's weird, but I mean, if you want it, go right on ahead.
Thank you. You see, like, it's like lets you go out. Like, I'll be right back, as he says, as he just like gets over to Rack and's like, Rack, take a look in this jar. Don't smell it. Just take a look.
Rack looks in, takes a good old whiff.
Yeah, no, you get hit with instant.
Piss.
Ugh!
I said don't sniff. I said look.
I do look. Does Rack see particles?
You do. Very little, but very.
Leshy!
Yeah?
Those particles are what Rack needs. We just need to
I knew I overheard you
empty
saying
out the.
something.
We need to separate from urine though.
Oh,
So
It's like
Rack can get bone knife in there and scrape out the particles that get mixing it back up by accident.
we need another jar. What? I'm not one to waste good urine. This stuff's good. This just good makes for good paint with chalk. Let's just
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing you've ever heard, Seth.
Yes. That is weird, but Rex sort of understands because Rex uses weird stuff.
That makes both of us. Wait,
Okay, so while you go look for another jar, Rex is gonna go look for a little bit of clay, a fern, a dry fern, because Rex needs stem of fern,
yeah. Okay.
and hollow bamboo and bamboo.
Like you like. Okay. And you like this. Leshy goes to look for another
And
jar.
a bunch of tiny rocks.
Okay. He goes to look for a jar to put piss in.
So you do find a jar to piss in. I mean, there's a bunch of empty jars. It's just more in the matter of that. Are you willing to waste a jar just to put urine in it?
Yes.
It doesn't take you too long. You realize that you actually be able to pee a lot more when you're drinking your special, drink, the alcohol.
Right.
So you just take a big drink of alcohol and just whiz away.
Yeah. I feel
And
at
then
least
you
like
get
3 of the jars. I just feel at least 3 out of all that we have of piss.
you you basically went through a lot of alcohol to go do that, that you basically go into a mini trance and you're just witnessing your ancestors, believe it or not, mixing their urine in some water to clean like laundry for creatures.
Cleaning their furs?
Not furs, but like a white skin, almost as if it was snake skin, but
Huh.
something that humans could wear and take off.
Wait, urine plus water applied to snakeskin that can be worn.
Well, for right now, does Rex find the things he's looking for?
I mean, it's a very thin amount, like the equivalent to like if I grabbed like an ice cube, like from the freezer and just grabbed the knife and shaved it,
That's
like
enough for
one.
what he needs to make a small bit.
Yeah,
Find
you
those
just
other objects he needed.
Literally everything else.
get all you need now is the sulfur, which is gonna take a
He's already
long.
got sulfur. Like he's
A
already. He's
little
doing.
bit.
Yeah,
Oh
he's,
yeah,
Not a
like,
lot, though.
he's making a demo. He's making a demonstration.
right. You you
Okay,
base. I want
time
you
to
to
show you the blueprint,
All right. He's just gonna make one of these.
which is for demonstrations. Okay, I gotta. Oh wait, I actually never. There it is.
Yep, there it is.
Okay, I'm going to. Oh come on, upload a file. If I could find the damn pic. There it is. And he's sharing it with you. And
right.
there's the picture. Now come on.
I mean, there is no bamboo in your area, unfortunately, but I'm going to allow you to use a clay pot instead.
Okay.
So, yeah, you use a small clay pot, do your little mixture, and
Okay. Rack is about ready to show what what he has planned with this stuff.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, what do you do exactly? Do you just throw it in front of everybody, or are you just gathering everybody, or showing them?
Rack gathers everybody from a distance as he puts that dry fern as he steps back, gets a stick, a really long one, lights it on fire, and lights the fern before running away and telling everybody to keep their distance.
Leshy does.
Actually, as soon as the stick hits it, you ran, and then boom, before you actually took cover. No one got hurt, but it did make a boom.
Whoa.
And that's what's supposed to happen with this stuff.
I look at the area and see it like coated in rocks. Like that thing launched all the rocks. What do you call it?
Well, originally, if we were going to use bamboo, Rick was going to call it a boomstick. And these would be able to be slung with a sling to increase range.
I put a hand on Rack's
But
shoulder.
because we use pot instead, so we call it boom pot for now.
He puts a hand on Rack's shoulder and says,
Do you
"One
think it will
thing
work
I'll-"
to protect the place?
Let me finish. He puts a hand on Rack's shoulder and says one thing. Rack, you are a bloody genius.
Though Rack has other ideas, but Rack don't know if we can find material to test other ideas.
I was given vision recently. I saw my ancestors. They were taking a combination of urine and water and using it to clean. How do I put it? Like they're like snake skins, but you can wear them.
The
Okay.
best way
Sounds
the
like a
best way to describe it, the best like for you, Void,
Yeah.
because there is happens to be someone wearing not like cloth, but it's clearly as if someone took like all the twine and just weaved it into clothes into the first cloth, but it's not like true cloth because it's very loose and shit. So it's almost like a poncho.
Yeah. It's like it's like he took. How do I put this? Again, how'd you? What was the material that you said it was used?
Um, this guy, the guy that walked in front of you, it's just basically regular twine.
Yeah, twine. So
Plant.
like twine weaved together. Like it's like twine, but it was bending in and out of itself, between itself,
So,
like a basket, but not.
how does the others react to Rack's device?
Everyone is all in shock, awe, and confident that they're probably going to survive.
Rack want to make an improved version, but or at least Rack has other idea to make one that throws rock really fast in one direction, but Rack don't think we have material capable of taking that if a pot that happened to the pot.
Huh. Well, once others get back, let's work with what we have.
So, Rack is pretty much this is what the bat poo is for. It's to make a large amount of make a large amount of that white powder, that white crystal, white particle.
Actually, Seth, you believe that would take a moon's worth of time for the white crystals to come out because it took a moon's worth of time for urine to pull out the white crystals?
Yeah, that's urine. This stuff is a lot heavier, a lot more heavily concentrated.
Yeah, but you don't know that yet. You just know that it's an ingredient from an old tablet. It doesn't even describe how the process is done.
He just knew it came from the poo.
Yep. You just knew it came from poo, but you're just not sure how long.
So Rack is Rack is going to take a gamble and wait a couple of days once it's properly settled. He's going to probably filter the stuff out to leave behind the water stuff.
You decide to wait a couple days to, to do all your little,
Once the
check on
water
the water. What do you do during those few days?
Well, Rack is prepping to make more of them,
So you're just making clay pots, huh?
more of those boom pots, prepping them anyway for the
Prepping
actual
for
mixture.
yeah. Meanwhile, Leshy. Meanwhile, if you
As
once
well
he
as
has
he's
this free,
also reinforcing his sling.
yeah, and when any free time comes up with, between Leshy and Rack, Leshy will teach Rack how to properly play the game. With now that it has more time to do it.
Yeah, no, Rec absolutely comes in and starts, I mean, being a part of the game. Definitely comes in with some insight, being like, why not, like, if there's ever the sun and the moon and unite them, wouldn't that be, you know, a sign, to something?
Like no,
Actually, I
it's a
want to
game.
say
It's a,
Rack would be trying to convince him to make a card of Rack himself.
it's like
The They call him the
Okay,
Mad Adventure.
it's like
hold on, let me see what kind of role that would be.
don't worry.
Continue, Void.
Yeah,
What,
like don't
continue
worry,
what you're doing.
don't worry. Like well, in between play sessions, like she's like, good. I was wondering you'd say that. He pulls out a card that's already labeled Mad Inventor Rack with with 2 health, 3 attack, and it's like, all right,
Wait, make me have it. Make me have like I could hit multiple in different lanes.
how many? Like you can hit.
Like one to the right, one to the left, one in the middle. Because you saw how big one of those things did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
if I'm correct, you need, and the guy starts pulling out some of the cards from your deck, and he pulls out a stone, the cave, and then puts the bat on top of the cave, and a drop of water, and it's like, don't you need these ingredients to make, boom?
Hold on. Let me think. Let me think.
It's for card game.
Yeah, as far as the card game, as far as the card game. Talk. I thought you knew this.
I'm still learning.
Okay. Just it's okay. Um,
In the middle of all
you're giving me
that,
a
you
great
start,
idea. You give me a great idea. Hold on. You see, like, as Leshy, like, of course, does your portrait, and it actually looks very good.
And
And
actually,
he also,
Rack actually poses for it,
yep,
like he's ready to chuck something.
and yep, he does that. And he also adds well, seemingly a whole new sigil, a symbol of, well, the main part of it is a skull, but surrounding it is, or more accurately, below it is a pot with a kind of a spiky sigil in it. And he starts making another card, and it's
yeah,
of
real
a
quick.
spiky pot, and it's of a spiky pot. Bingo.
Yeah, you did multiple things at once in this one round. You created the first picture, like photograph, because you
Of a
technically took a
person.
picture of,
Yeah.
yeah, the person, and you also did the first human painting of an individual.
Right. In the form of a playing card.
Yep. So
It's like, okay, here we are. The sigil, as he points to Rack's sigil, this is called bomb drop. I'm calling it boom drop. And it's basically when your card dies in battle, it will drop, as it says he pulls out the other card, labeled boom pot. This. And this sigil means that if it gets hit, as you can see, it has like 1 HP and 0 damage output. It's like when this thing gets hit, when this thing dies, it will destroy anything directly in front of it, but for balancing reasons, everything to its immediate left and right.
What about forward, left, and right?
That's what I mean. in play, it'll basically go here. It'll basically if it dies, it'll do
You
say,
can hear the sound of a conch shell, being blown from a distance.
Oh,
whoa, gets up, and like starts going. So come here, boy.
Yeah, everyone gathers outside to see the, people coming back with the, yellow rock.
Yeah.
oh,
But,
this should be enough.
oh, I didn't say they came with the rock.
Oh,
You see them come back. Half of them are gone. They came in with like a group of like 10.
yeah,
Five of them
five's
now came
left.
back.
It's like,
And the other ones are extremely hurt, covered in mud, dirt. Some have broken limbs.
Oh boy.
uh,
Rack
what?
is rushing over to help the people best he can.
Same here.
The land, the land,
What?
it ate us.
What?
Ate the men.
What?
Ate the water. It ate them. It ate the things we took.
I. Uh,
We were not supposed to take them.
what? What in the Samuel L. Fuck is going on?
Well, Rack is trying to stabilize as many as possible.
Yeah, the chief comes out and is like, "What do you mean, not supposed to take?" They look at the men look at Seth and say, "The yellow stone. The land grew angry once we took the yellow stone.
What
The
Wait.
are you
yellow
talking
stone
about? Okay,
is
describe
gone."
Yellowstone. Did it smell?
It
Be-
smelled, but
like bad egg?
it does not matter now. The men are gone. The
Sounds like
stones are gone. The land from which the stones were there is gone.
What?
The land ate the water. It ate the hot springs.
It
There's
ate the.
nothing left. We were just there. As soon as we found the stones, we just collected some and went away. But then the mountain screamed. And when it screamed, it fell. And so did the others.
Wait, hold on. See, it's like,
you said mountain fell. Describe how mountain fell.
you already see, like, Leshy's just, like,
He
chugging the
points
booze.
he points to a distance. And it's only because you guys were inside all day doing your guys' things, but this is the first time you guys have actually seen the top of your biggest mountain, which is like up in the northeast.
Yeah, Sunstar. No, wait, Moonstar. Yeah, Moonstar.
The Moon Star, yeah, the Moon Star Mountain. So
Yeah.
it's like the top of it is gone. Like the part that was once white is now flat.
Yeah, you just, like, Leshy just chugs down a bunch of booze. Is like, show me. Show me, spirits. Come on.
Okay,
You
Rack is trying to come up with an idea of what the hell happened. Because this has never happened before. Then again, Rack always did give something back before taking a rock.
Yeah, these guys. Yeah, Void. You, Chug. I just want to do this for Void real quick because what he's doing is actually smart. As soon as you chug the alcohol, you could just see a dead spirit, like a dead spirit on the mountain,
I just squint.
and and it's like it's dead. But for spirits to die, they just simply vanish or just disappear and then reappear later once they're
Back.
needed. But
Right.
die, this is a first.
Wait, a spirit itself, a full-on spirit, just dead.
Yeah, this is the spirit of the North Star Mountain, in fact. Not a god, but not a god either. Almost like the bat, pretty much.
It's like an elder spirit.
Yep, and
It's
it
like
is dead.
um
In fact, you can see like his head crash down to where would be the where the men would were at.
everyone, I got more insight. Someone beheaded the Moonstar Mountain spirit.
Rack is looking at you going, oh no.
Yeah, to you, Seth, you're just seeing this mountains pop off. Yeah, I mean, there is a bunch of building smoke coming from it too, but it's not like covering the skies bad yet. Keyword
Yet.
yet.
Like Leshy's looking at this like this shouldn't be possible. He would be too big to kill, but he's gone. His head is right
Wait,
down there, and
wait. What about nature herself? Would she be able to do it?
Well, nature is neither he or she in this world. Nature is just
The spirit of
nature.
nature.
Yeah, spirit. The spirit of nature kind of falls more under the
the collective,
animals, the plants,
more like a
some of the
more like a
stones.
collective council of spirits.
Yeah, it's a collective council. It's not like
It's like
the earth is one big spirit.
right. It's just like
Oh,
he just looks at you like, what do you mean the spirit? No, there's a council of spirits. Yes, they run the nature, but not one spirit should take control of the ecosystem.
And yeah, this would be, like I said, this isn't a god, but this would be a considerable major figure in your guys' world
Mythology.
because
Yeah, it's like
the North
this
Star Mountain, it doesn't give water nor does it stop storms. It's just more of a
testament.
location.
Yeah, like a landmark. It's like
Yeah, that's how it became to be worshipped because people would look at it and be like, "Oh, I know where I am because of that mountain."
yeah, it's like
hmm.
Leslie's looking at it like this is not good. This is not good. How can
We need to go and look.
would a spirit, a supermassive elder spirit, got his head chopped off by God knows what?
That's what we have to find out. Otherwise, the other spirits may be at risk.
Bloody balls. I'm grabbing some booze for along the way. I need to see if I
And
can
Rack
make
is
contact.
grabbing extra bag to see if he can salvage any of the yellow rocks possible.
A lot of the people are kind of scared running around. So collecting some of the items you guys need is kind of like a shot in the dark. You're able to collect alcohol because you just kind of like have that stuff around you,
I have
Void.
a
But
stockpile.
yeah, you have a stockpile. But you, Seth, are kind of just like trying to grab the things you need, and it's not that easy because everyone's running around screaming. Because
Ah,
It's like
equivalent to a landmark, something that was supposed to be forever has just disappeared.
he's just like
I
he just
want to
rolls his
say,
eyes like
I want
ugh.
Rack to try to take charge of the
That's
situation or
what I
get
was
everyone
gonna
to
do.
calm down.
That's what I was gonna do. Like, Leshy just rolls his eyes like, oh, gosh darn it. He's like,
All right.
he gets up, gets up on like a rock. And he's like, everyone, shut the fuck up.
I want you, Void, and Seth to roll charismatic, fortunate, and strong.
So for me, that'd be 3 die.
Yep.
That's a okay for my charismatic. I got 11. For my fortunate, I've gotten all sixes,
Nice.
and for my
All
strong,
right.
I got 655. So that's yeah.
Nice. All right.
5, 5, and a 2.
Heh.
Nice. All right. Void is able to actually get more of a attention from everyone because everyone trusts the mystics more than you. You know what I mean, Seth? but
I'm just
Boy was
trying to
able
give him a
to.
point there. I'm actually more like focusing on trying to get their direction to focus on him.
Yes.
Oh yeah, then yeah, I know
I
you
got the
do
whole
that.
village's attention now. Like,
Yep.
don't now listen to me carefully and wait until I say that I'm done before you either go back to panicking or go back to regular life. Okay? I'm glad I clarified that. I took a I took a swig of booze when I heard the news, and when I saw the mountain, I saw its spirit beheaded.
What? 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 What?
Everyone, I said shut your mouths. Shut up. Potentially the other spirits could be at risk. And you know what? I'm not gonna make sure that these spirits are going to fall. I'm gonna make sure these spirits are gonna be with us the whole way through. I'm going to stay here and I'm going to stay in this valley until either I rot and die, until until either I'm killed in battle, or I die a happy ending. And if I don't live,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
gonna make sure people bring me back in a box.
Damn, I'm sorry.
I just make a cheeseburger.
It's like,
Now I want a
and now,
cheeseburger.
huh, and now, and now, me, Brack, and whoever else wants to join, we're going to go to the remnants of that spirit, and we're gonna find out how this happened, to make sure no other spirits get harmed. Now, who
The
in bloody hell is with me?
Many of them look around. They're kind of like afraid. Only like five of their five members raise their hands and are willing to go. Two of them are tack and tuck.
It's like, all right, all right. There's no reason to fear. Although we have reasons to be scared, we must stay strong in times of darkness.
Times of darkness, more like times of misdirection. I mean, without the Northern Star Mountain, how can we get to anywhere? It's like the only
Easy,
land.
easy. You see the way the sun and the moon move. They follow the same path across the sky. We use
Yeah,
them for
everyone.
direction.
Yeah, everyone knows that. But the Star Mountain is what showed us distance. It's what showed us when we're going to east to west. Because if I go continuously east, I'll hit the gate. But if I went west towards the moon, I'll hit the rivers and then soon the lake. But how far is what the mountain showed us?
I rolled
It
a 14 on aware to try and see any other landmarks that we can
no,
use
yeah,
this into.
you find another landmark, and it is ironically close to you guys. It's actually not like a hill nor a mountain, but it is a oddly placed land where it's like raising up literally in the middle of the valley. And it does cause rivers to split into two rivers.
Is it like a consistent thing we can see across the valley?
Yes.
It's like, hey, I think I found a substitute. I think I found something new. I say as I point toward the hill. The two rivers mound.
Two River Mound?
Right over there. As I point at it.
They cup their eyes and do the whole like look thing,
No
and they're like,
kidding.
I could see it. I could see it.
Look, it's not the best, but it's something we can work with.
Well, we can always make it taller by putting something on it.
Yeah.
I mean, what do we put on it?
I'll look at.
Why
Tack,
don't we put a
Tack
Why
just
don't we put a
raises his
giant tree
hand.
on it?
Tack just basically raises his hand and is like, um, why don't we just get big, tall stones and stack them?
Just
Make a
like in the
pattern.
cave.
Yes. Yes.
Tack and Tulk
Genius.
are confused. They
You
don't know
see,
what you
we
guys
saw
mean,
something
but
in the cave that's like just like you described.
In the
We
cave we
put this.
visited.
They had two parallel stones about the same height, and a big stone acting as a bridge atop, as like a cover connecting the two stones, balancing on the two lower stones.
huh. So
Well,
if
it
we
was your idea to actually do it. We didn't know what it was in the cave, so you get to name it.
how about Stone Bush? No, Stone N? No, Stone Circle. Stone Circle.
Stone circle.
Henge,
Henge.
We'll call it the hedge.
henge, stone henge. It's like
Stone
we're
Hedge.
building a henge of stone.
Huh, I like that
Ah.
word.
Henge.
Stone hedge.
So for some reason, I
I
don't
like
know
it.
why, but this other idea, like a stone cairn. Then again, those be for smaller ones.
I like Stonehenge.
Stonehenge. Alright,
Okay.
everyone. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a Stonehenge.
A lot of the other citizens who were just like, of course, not eager to go over to the dead giant, but are now eager to be like, yeah, let's build this Stonehenge. How do we do it?
Okay. Rack is actually going to grab some rocks and try to replicate what he saw in the cave.
You, I'm just gonna allow it because we're close to time.
Yeah.
But you just stack the rocks like the way you wanted to, and everyone's like, okay, how? If the stones are gonna be big, there's probably gonna all of us are gonna be needed.
If we use smaller stones to make bigger stones,
Hmm?
well, the idea is if we use clay to hold them together.
Yeah, all right, all right. Now, second question: where are we gonna get the stones, and how are we gonna transport them? This isn't Tack and Talk. They're saying this. This is like citizens,
It's like,
concerned citizens.
well, I did have an idea at one point, given me by a vision. Basically, for different, for all the bigger stones that we can, that no two people can carry, we have a series of logs, a little bit wider than the stone itself. Whenever one rolls out the back, as we move the rock, some people have to take that back log and put it and rush it to the front so that way it can keep moving. Hmm? Good idea?
Oh, Rack's
A lot
tribe
of
did that with prey
people,
once. Took down
a lot.
mammoth.
Hmm.
Now that I remember people hearing about, I remember hearing about that. That works. Let's do it.
Let's do
A
this!
lot of
All
yeah,
while
a lot
Rack
of
is also keeping an eye on the
people.
mountain, make sure that to see if that smoke is dissipating or if it's increasing.
It's not increasing, but it is not dissipating. It is keeping a even black shadow effect almost,
Yeah,
like as if
and
the
I assume that
smoke is creating a hair
over
cold.
the next few weeks or days, we build this thing.
Yeah, just like I'm gonna throw in some more quick downs. Yeah, like the real quick. It takes the equivalent to like, well, in real life, it would take like years, but in the game, it took about 6 months to be able to build this Stonehenge. And
Which
what you guys did is Well, Tuck, not knowing exactly what to do, just basically models the Stonehenge off his home and just builds a big circle and then just a smaller circle in the center. And in the middle circle, the stones are taller than the ones on the outside, giving it a almost mini mountainous appearance, like a mountain on top of a hill.
Right. And like at the end of it all, I'm guessing everyone just steps back to admire what they built.
All while this time, Rack has been keeping an eye on the mountain
It's like,
for any changes.
No, yeah, there has been some changes throughout the months, but the only change that happened so far is that the smoke just got blacker.
Ooh.
it's like,
I'm thinking there's an angry fire spirit in there.
well done, everyone. Okay, now wait, what?
Rack's been paying attention to a cloud coming out of where mountain was. Cloud has been getting darker. Only time cloud gets darker is when there's fire. But with the amount, I'm thinking there's an angry fire spirit in there.
Well, haven't had a swig in a moment. Let's see what I can grab.
But
Just
you
her
may not be able
child
to see it. It
kid.
might actually be in where the mountain is.
Huh. Alright, still. I'll see what I can see. For right now. As he says, like, as he takes a swig of the booze one last time and takes a good hard look at the mountain and the smoke.
Well, actually, not just you, but all the mystics follow your advice and they all simultaneously drink the alcohol with you to have this great vision in this area to create like to create like a spiritual anchor in this area.
Right.
And as you do that, you are able to see still the dead body of the giant, which is starting to rot. But you could also see the smoke. But instead of billowing out, it seems to be billowing in.
In.
Yep, this basically imagine it, but with a reverse effect.
Right.
Like, yeah,
Anything else?
no, that seems to be the only strange factor about it.
It's
Just
like,
that the smoke seems to be just going in instead of blowing out.
or normally, when you would normally see it, it would be blown out.
Yep.
It's like, strange. The giant is still dead. The spirit's still dead. But the smoke isn't going out. It's going back in.
Suddenly, all the mystics, their eyes, from what you could see, Void, because you're still in the chat in the realm,
Yeah?
all their eyes start to bleed. None of the rest know it, see it, but you do.
What? Oh no.
And in the center of this new Stonehenge, this is something
Only I see.
that, yep, once again, yeah, it's something only you could see. And it is a fox just sitting and staring at you.
I look at it and ask it a question. Who are you?
I am he who lights the world. I am he who gives warmth to the cold. I am he who gives light to dark. I am the sun. And that's Royal Paw's game.
Oh, imagine if our Stonehenge also doubled as a sun clock.
Oh, that would be awesome.
And like everything's already like perfectly aligned to do it too.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
I mean, Stone Age people were fucking ingenious people.
Yeah.
And Rack is pretty mad. At least compared to the others.
This is awesome.
Oh,
I
I
have
really
been
don't
your
want to do
game
Toon.
master.
I don't really don't want to do Toon again. I just want to keep focusing on this one for a while.
This is awesome,
Because
man.
I'm so hooked.
The story is just so good, so emotional, so raw.
And like you just feel, and like you could feel Rex like is an under sort of like an underappreciated genius until it saves everybody's ass.
Yeah.
No, yeah, absolute. No, yeah, I'm enjoying this session too, honestly.
And Rack, and yes, Rack has made prehistoric gunpowder.
He has made gunpowder.
I honestly would not have ever expected that. And like Stone Age gunpowder, like that's something like if that's ever like discovered in real life history, that would change everything.
Everything. Yeah.
Only thing is, if it was actually made a thing, it probably wasn't made in large batches because how dangerous it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
This was awesome,
I was
guys. This was
And
yeah,
very
awesome.
few people would probably even make it.
Right.
yeah, because
Well,
I didn't even get to the factor of like the diseases that you get from the guano.
alright, guys. Well, hopefully for whoever was watching, hopefully you had a gay old time watching us go through a
Well,
very emotional
at least
story.
Rack got himself treated pretty quickly and cleaned himself off after dealing with the poo.
Yeah. Anyways,
Smart.
hopefully y'all enjoyed that, and and hopefully you get to see us next time, either doing Tune or this.
Mm.
All right. Any final thoughts, everyone, before we say goodbye?
Yes.
Well,
Can we skip the Toon game and do this game next time as well? Cause
sure, if you guys want that.
I'm really hooked into this right now.
I too am hooked, but I'm also curious about where Sally's story will go, since that's also picking up.
Yeah, I
A
actually
bit more.
plan to actually end Tune in like two more games actually, because it
Alright.
was supposed to be a short story that I kind of has been letting it drag on.
That's spiraled a bit out of control.
Yeah.
Yep,
But hey, it's living cartoons. What do you expect it to happen?
I know, right? I mean, yeah, with cartoons literally in control of their own world, it's gonna be hectic.
We. And now we're in Sally's mind. Oh god.
We gotta figure out how to get Robert out of there. He has no idea how he got there.
Probably due to the tyrant bringing him in.
That or he drink too much.
Yeah, I was. Hold on. Everyone, see you next time, and hopefully things will happen.